I have an issue with Fearless, and I know that a lot of people will disagree with me or hate me for this, but there are a couple of things that have to be said and discussed about this book. Well, hello there, my name is Lexie, and welcome back to this channel in which we're discussing books, fantasy, book publishing, and all the other things. Now, I did not plan for this video to actually happen. This is absolutely random, but yesterday I've gotten to chapter 50 of Fearless, which means I am not done with this book, but I really need to discuss a couple of things, and I need some community to discuss it with me, so leave as many comments down below as possible, because I need to let it out and let it go, I guess. Hi, Lexie of the future here. I just wanted you to know that I finished the book and I did not change my mind about it and about the things that I'm about to say. So a lot of people told me like, oh, you're gonna change your mind once you get to know through the ending. I don't. So spoiler free for anyone who is just starting with this book, let's start with Powerless. I understand that it's enemies to lovers. This is absolutely fine with me. I have no problem about it. I have no problem about a lot of emotional and physical trauma connected with the trial, so like Hunger Games type of a thing. I get it. Now in Powerless, it does make sense. Kai and Pei are both traumatized because of their childhoods, because of the trials, because of all the other things, looking at a lot of death and blood and things like this, not living the best life that is out there. It does make sense. It's nice. It's actually showing you that there is this beautiful feeling of love that's just growing. It's good. It's nice. Finishes with Pei killing the king and Kai being like, you run. Love, nice, okay, get it, got it, good, nice, okay. 2, Pei is in love with Kai, I understand. She didn't tell him yet, he didn't tell her yet. They just having this really nice chemistry. And at the same time, you basically have a girl that's being chased by a guy who wants to kill her and who is saying that he will kill her. He burns her house to the ground and threatens her. They also fight. There's some, things going on in between, and she is still like, ooh, haba haba, I like this guy. A little bit weird. Stockholm Syndrome. I kind of get it, I kind of don't. I get it. He is torn between, Kit is my brother, she killed my dad, blah, blah, blah. This is the justice, and oh, I love this girl. Maybe she had like a reason for this, which is also like, why didn't anyone think that she had a reason? Why was the king alone? But I digress again. Still okay, I can believe it, because he is torn, she is kind of torn, and a lot of trauma. I understand, I get it, I can accept it. Fine. Cute, in a way. Okay, now. Now, before we start with the spoilers, I just want to say that my biggest problem with this book, and this is something that people should be aware of, is that the amount of Stockholm Syndrome, manipulation, emotional violence, domestic violence, general violence, and a lot of psychological games in this book is off the limits. It's scary in a way that some people are like, this book is great, it's cute. If this is how you see love, I'm a little bit worried. And I kind of have a question to the author. If this is how you see love and romance, are you okay? I'm gonna start with spoilers right now. Now, spoilers, a lot of spoilers. If you are by the chapter 50, you are safe. If you finish the book, you are safe. If you are not in chapter 50 and you are reading it, you are not safe, because I'm not sure what happened in each chapter. So I will not be able to tell you if you are still safe or not. So if you haven't finished the book or gotten to chapter 50, I don't know, save this for later or something like this. Because I don't remember what was going on in each chapter. Now, I do understand why Pei has decided to say yes to a really awkward engagement in which she is really dirty and bloody and dripping blood and things like this, and there's this guy in front of her being like, hey, wanna be my wife? It's cute. No, I get it. Okay, hear me out. So she has a choice. Die or marry Kit. I would probably marry Kit. We are basically wired to survive, so her survival little thing kind of ticked in, especially considering that she is extremely traumatized by all the things that she has been through. Survival ticked in. She says yes. I get it. I also understand Kai. He is torn in between two things. Kit is his brother. There is a really big bond in between them. They kind of, turns out, both kind of hate their father right now. I get it. And then also he wants Pei to live because he loves her. Fine. Again, I would use the time in between being betrothed and married to kind of figure out a plan in which if Kai doesn't want her to get married to his brother or die, then there is a third option in which you kind of help her out to get out of there, and maybe in a couple of years or whatever, you just meet up or you run with her. There's a lot of things that you could figure out, but I get it, you guys are teenagers right now, right? Like they're 19 or something like this. This is all understandable, this is all fine. What I don't get is starting really soon after, because what Kai is doing throughout this book a lot is basically breaking consent, because Pei tells him a couple of times, we cannot be doing this because she will face the consequences if they get caught. Like, we can play pretend, sure, and just, like grow apart or whatever, just, stay alive. But he's just like, yeah, I know. We're gonna just, I'm gonna make it worse for you. I get it, he loves her, but at the same time, if you love her, then why would you put her in this situation? She is the one who will face the consequences of anything that will happen. It's her life at stake. And you are still doing what you are doing. And he is using a lot of emotional manipulation against Pei, because he is saying like, oh yeah, I know, but I like you so much. I will tease you. I will flirt with you. I will still do things that I know work for you because you love me or you like me or whatever. And he is using this situation against her. And this is not cool, because if you know that what you are doing may kill the girl that you love, Kai also getting into her bed while they are at the queen's place and she just sits there. She has pretty nice blackmail situation in her hands right now. And you just kind of, go with the flow. You're like, yeah, it happened. There's another thing that I don't like. So Kit wants to make her a queen. Okay, cool. Nice. You're the king. You can make people do things. Now, he basically reminds me of the Court of Thorns and Roses Tamlin Under the Mountain. If you have read it, you will understand what I mean. So he literally sends her on the trials that can kill her. And in the meantime, he just watches. He's doing nothing. He's not showing her any support. Like, showing support by holding hands every once in a while is not sending the message that you are sure that this makes sense. You are not going to her after all of those trials. You are not talking with her much. And there's no support. So no wonder people seeing this are like, yeah, we also want her to die. We hate her. Our king hates her, or doesn't like her, or just doesn't act like he likes her. There's a lot of these situations in which Kit just does nothing. He's useless. Now what he is doing is, again, emotional manipulation. Every time something goes not his way, he is just reminding her that this is the way in which you're gonna save the ordinaries. This is the way in which you are going to save lives and things like this. He is playing on her emotions and on the things that she wants to do and achieve to get his way. That's it. You want to help ordinaries, you marry me. You want to help ordinaries, you're gonna go for those trials and fight for your life. You want to help the ordinaries, you're gonna do what I say. Again, I'm in chapter 50, so I don't know if my theory is right, but I kind of think that Pei is actually a sister of Kit. So that's another thing that kind of worries me by the people who are finished with the book or said that they finished the book, and they said that it was so cute that she had both boys. And I was like, are we having a Lannister situation in here? But I digress. Again, now hear me out. I will say that Pei is actually like the smartest person in this whole thing, because she comes up with a conclusion that if I am to marry Kit, at least we should be friends. She has a good idea about it. She knows that Kit will be pissed if she is hanging out with Kai, and she is actually voicing it in a really informative and communicative way. She's right. She's smart. She knows. And I applaud that. What I don't applaud is that Kai gets this situation in. He kind of is like, okay, good communication skills, like it, you are right, but you're not making her life any easier. You are using her trauma, you are using her love towards you, you are using a lot of the things against her, and this is emotional violence. This is psychological violence. This is manipulation. What Kai is doing is manipulation. It's wrong. It's so obvious as well. And the fact that people don't see it and they say that, oh, it's so nice and romantic. Wrong. No. This is not how it's supposed to be looking like. And now the thing that I also do not understand, or kind of think like it went a little bit too far, is the moment in which she thinks that she kills Kai. One, Kit is basically staring at her from the glass box, whatever, while she is getting beaten the hell up, bleeding, almost dying and everything. He just looks at it like Tamlin under the mountain. Useless, absolutely useless. And then it turns out that it was not really Kai, but he still closed her in her room without an ability of leaving. That is psychological violence on such a level that I cannot even. And the fact that Kai comes in and breaks the door again, which is totally not gonna say anything to Kit, both times, by the way. And they basically say, oh, I love you too. There's guards next door. This thing is over. There's no more pretend, nothing. But I don't know if it's gonna get ignored in the book or not, because some of those things have been ignored, like the sailors having a lot of gossip and then spreading none of it. But then they go to Kit, and they are both really pissed. And Pei can be pissed. She thought she killed the love of her life, that she had, again, blood on her hands. She is traumatized AF, and then she gets to know that it was a lie. And then Kit sits there, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm sorry for this. Like, can you forgive me? And Kai is like, yeah, sure, you're my brother. I'm totally gonna forgive you. This is fine. And then Pei looks at them too, and she's like, oh, how could I be mad at those two? She's far gone. She's so far gone that she does forgive him. And she's so far gone to just basically say, okay, it's not okay. None of it is okay. And Kai also being like, oh yeah, I forgive you, we're brothers, let's just hang out and go together to see this dead body, whatever. It's not love again. It's using. It's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels, I cannot even. And again, Kai being like, oh yeah, I forgive you, we're absolutely fine, we're brothers, hey, thumbs up, is not showing support to extremely traumatized girl that he apparently loves. This is showing her that her feelings and what she has been through is not important. You get what I mean, right? Like, this is basically, I don't even know how to call it. Like, Kit and Kai are both gaslighting her all the time, saying, oh yeah, you are a little bit traumatized, but you know what, we're gonna be together forever under the willow. You know what, you are a little bit traumatized, but hey, you know what, if you do all of those things and survive, you will become a queen and help all the ordinaries. Isn't this what you want? There's a lot of ignorance of trauma and of her feelings. Like, she is not considered a person in this entire thing by both brothers. She's not. Even if you want to say, yeah, but Kai loves her so much, only thinks about her and blah, 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 blah. He is not treating her as a person. He is treating her like an object that he wants. And that's it. He is disregarding her feelings, her trauma, her everything. Now tell me if you think I'm right or wrong, leave me a comment, because this is really triggering me, this is really pissing me off, and I will do a full review of the book after I finish it. but this is my biggest problem with it. She basically, yeah, Tay is surrounded by men that are using her to their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, but if she stayed in the slums, she would have a better life and less issues and less bodily damage than she does right now. Like, she had a happier and healthier life while she was in slums. Now, I will do a full review of this book as well as all the others, actually, once I'm finished with it. So be sure to check it out. Maybe I will change my mind by the end of this book, but so far it's been a really tough read for me, seeing all of those things in general. Like, I have a hard time going through it when I see that much stuff going on. Now, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up because it helps me make the algorithm extremely happy. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Until then, stay awesome and read a lot of books. Bye!